Daniel Wren. I'm financial planner, founder of Wren Financial Planning.
I'm Jeff, and I'm one of the lead planners here at Wren Financial Planning.
I'm Hugh Baker, financial advisor at Wren Financial.
I'm Jen Quire. I'm one of the lead advisors here, and as of this year, first partner, so that's very exciting.
I've been here at Wren Financial since 2019. My role here is really just to help people use their money to do the things they really want to do, to align the finances with life.
He's kind of like our internal nerd on finance things, especially student loans, which is probably the most important aspect of our niche financially. And he is like our internal expert on student loans. He's kind of like our go-to for if there's anything that's kind of a gray area that we're not really sure about, especially because all the student loan changes going on. He is on top of all of it.
I feel like Jeff could talk to a 5-year-old, a 15-year-old, or an 85-year-old and find a way to communicate effectively with that person. I think he does better than anyone else on our team. I think he just puts you at ease in the way that he talks. It's very calm and happy and welcoming and understanding, like, oh, I just want to tell you everything about my life. And he's great at that. It's important to make your clients feel comfortable telling you those vulnerable things. And I think he's excellent at that.
Jeff's number one superpower would be his listening. He's just a fantastic listener. You have clearly honed this skill to stay silent and let the conversation flow. And I think it's natural to him. He's just naturally good at taking a pause and letting the other person continue talking, which is a huge thing for financial planning, because we need people to talk. We need to unbundle all their stuff. So he's a natural at that, which is the difficult thing to learn.
My wife is a primary care doc. I was with her since before med school, so saw med school all through residency, moved a bunch of times to now she's been in practice for 4 years, going on 5 now. My superpower, I guess a little bit of the superpower is just being married to one, and maybe that's more specific to primary care at least. What I want my superpower to be is to relieve stress for those areas where life and money overlap in someone's life.
He is excellent with analysis. I feel like he's the smart guy. If I have a question about e-money or kind of the technical side of how are these numbers playing together in our software, he's our go-to guy. And I think that's really important to have on a team because, well, if I'm going to present this information to a client, I better understand where it's coming from. And Hugh's great at filling in those gaps and making sure that it's correct on the front end.
Hugh, his superpower is just clearly communicating with others. And I think he has a way of taking a complex topic and breaking it down so that it's 100% accurate, but easy to understand.
He's a very good listener. He's been in the industry and he has a respect for doing it the right way. I would consider him like a natural financial planner. He has the skills, natural skill set. He's a little more directive. He's a good communicator, very good listener, but he'll step in and kind of direct the conversation if need be.
I think we started working together in 2009. We really want to be able to help people and we really want to do what we feel is in their best interest. So let's start something new where we can just give people advice. I kind of started behind the scenes, and as we grew Wren Financial Planning, I got a little bit more involved and I realized how passionate I was about, I think, the education side, more than even the let's help the rich get richer. My superpower is being organized. I love making sure that when you need to find something, it's where it needs to be. It makes sense. If you're an outside party and you don't know what's going on, you can get a pretty good idea of where this should be, why it should be that. I would say organization, detail, having things nice, pretty, cleaned up and fitting together.
Jen's superpower is getting things done. If you were to meet Jen in a meeting, I think you would expect that you would have clear direction coming out of that meeting of what do we need to do next and clear action steps.
She is not afraid to be direct with the clients that need that. and being what people need as far as maybe like the accountability coach side of things. Her clients might be dragging their feet on certain things. She's going to let you know. If you're going off course, she's going to let you know.
She's the voice of reason. Jen has a much more structured approach. She is very disciplined about regularly bringing up things. She's all in on the business. Like, she looks out. She's kind of got an owner's mentality. She is an owner, but she had the owner's mentality before she was an owner.
What I am impressed by Daniel is the willingness to try new things, maybe take some very well thought out related risk and then evaluate how things are going. I think he's done a great job at that. Built a great company with I'm working with a lot of great people that I really respect and admire, and super happy to be here. So I think what he's done here has been great.
I think he's what you could think of as the example of a visionary that wants to get a lot of stuff done. Daniel's superpower is getting things started. The way that I think that provides benefits is that we don't get stuck doing the same thing forever, and there's always something new in coming down the pipe.
He's our dreamer. He's our fiddler and our tinkerer. How do we make this better? How do we make this more efficient? Or why haven't we done this? Let's think about adding this in. And there's always like 50 of those, and we have to figure out which one we want to focus on. But he's great at thinking about these new ideas, things that we can incorporate. From the conversational side of things, I think he's great at drawing out things that we think are important, that are important to your plan that you might not think are important. Daniel's a visionary, so we need the dream crusher, which is me.